This is my cat Piper. She has, we believe it's vestibular disease. It's been very, very dizzy. They have a hard time walking. They throw up. And she keeps having these little spells where she gets really dizzy and it's hard for her to walk. They last a couple of hours. She's started having these little fits back in May, and she would have them almost every day or every other day. And then she went for several months without having any fit, what I call fits or episodes. And so yesterday she had one and she's having another one today. So I don't know. You notice her head's real shaky. She's just really dizzy. I don't think she's in pain. She doesn't seem to be in pain other than the fact that she's just really super dizzy. She likes me to be near, but she doesn't want me to bother her, like touch her or pick her up or anything like that. I think it might mess with her. She's twisting her head around like that because she's really super dizzy. And this is what we'll probably go through for about 2 hours or so. And then hopefully she'll feel better. Sometimes I wish she would just lay down until it passes because I have to follow her around the house and make sure she doesn't try to climb anything and fall off. She'll be 15 next month. First few times it happened was very scary because I didn't know what was going on. I at first thought they were seizures. They're not seizures. They're just really bad dizzy spells. So she's gonna go hide behind the couch now. Oh, see how she's walking low to the ground. Looks like her rear end wants to fall. She walks low to the ground because she is trying to keep her balance. Hi, beer. And she doesn't want to fall. It's a very scary thing to watch. It's really sad. But her quality of life is still pretty good, even though she does go through these little spells once in a while. You notice her head, it kind of rocks back and forth. And again, it's just because she's dizzy. She's just really, really dizzy. I don't think she'll let me get close to her eyes, but they usually start spinning. And yes, dear. Yes, dear. Yeah, my poor little kitty. Like I said, she'll be 15 next month. We've had her since she was about 6 weeks old, 6 or 8 weeks old. And it's just been really sad to watch her go through this. And there is nothing that they can do for her that I know of. At least that's what the vet had said to me. What do you want? So we're not really sure what exactly causes the dizzy spells, like if there's something in her environment that triggers them. When I Googled it, because so what happened, let me give you a little bit of backstory. What happened was last May, she was outside and she was playing. She still, even though she's an old lady, she still gets the zoomies. She still likes to climb trees, and do all the kinds of things that she's always done. And she was outside, nothing, weird about that. She came in, I have a table that she eats on so the dogs stay out of the cat food. And she jumped on the table and I noticed she was kind of limping. And I thought, oh, she's jumped wrong or landed on a rock or something like that. And the limp progressively got worse through the day. So I just kind of checked her foot, made sure she didn't step on a bee or cut herself or break a toe or anything like that. She seemed okay. The next morning, she was very, very wobbly. She was having a hard time keeping her balance. She could no longer jump up on her table. So I would have to feed her on the floor and make sure the dogs didn't bother her. And it kind of went on like that. I told Vince I didn't think she was feeling well. I thought something was going on. We might need to take her to the vet. So we gave her another 24 hours. And the next day, 24 hours later, not even 24 hours later, it was just the next day, she was literally falling over. She couldn't walk. Um, she couldn't use the bathroom. She was just kind of going where she was at. She couldn't eat. She used to love cat chow, the Purina cat chow. She couldn't crunch it. She couldn't eat it. So I gave her some soft food. And then we took her to the vet, and the vet was like, whoa, what's going on with her? And they did all the blood work. They did some x-rays. There was no kind of head injury. There was no kind of like broken limbs. Her blood tests all came back fine. And so then she kind of cleared up and started acting better. A few days later, she started having what I call her little fits or her little episodes. And she started stumbling again and falling over. And I thought it was a seizure that she was having. So we took her to the emergency vet. $500 later, they couldn't find anything wrong with her. Jada and I started looking on Google, trying to figure out what was going on. And it was actually on TikTok where we came across some cats with what's called vestibular disease. And they would have the same little episodes that my cat Piper has. I don't know if vestibular disease is supposed to make them dizzy all the time, or if it's just in little episodes like what Piper has. So she can no longer eat any kind of hard food. She's on a soft food diet. She just can't chew the food at all. She can't do her jumps like she used to. Instead of like jumping on a chair or a couch or something, she climbs. Yeah, it's not been real good for my couch, but um, so we had talked about maybe putting her down, and Vincent said, other than these little dizzy spells, her quality of life is good, and he's like, let's just give it some time and see how it goes. And she's in the beginning they were happening all the time. They were very stressful. I had no idea what was going on. And then she would go, like I said before, a couple of months without having one. And then she would have one. And then she'd go for a long period of time and not have one again. And then she would have another one. Before, when she first started having them, she would kind of freak out a little bit. She'd yowl and throw her head around and things like that. And it was very, very stressful. And now it's almost like she's kind of used to them. Like she's like, oh, I know what this is. And it's not like they don't bother her, but she doesn't yowl like she used to. She doesn't like freak out like she used to do. Um, Now she just kind of, I think she just kind of goes with it. She'll always throw up every time. Every time she has one, she'll throw up. Um, and so, like I said, I just have to kind of, they can last like up to 2 hours at a time. And she'll want to walk around. Um, and so I just kind of have to follow her because she will try to climb into, like onto the couch, or she'll try to climb the stairs and go to my room and get on my bed. And I just have to make sure that she doesn't do those things because she's dizzy. She'll fall. She'll really hurt herself. But as you can see, she's okay. She's just a little dizzy. See how she kind of stumbles. Her eyes look pretty good right now. Her head's not rocking like it was, so maybe she's coming out of it a little bit. I'll just have to keep an eye on her. Her quality of life is still really good, other than these little dizzy spells she gets. Everybody is still terrified of her, which is the way she likes it. She is the queen of the household. So yeah, as long as her quality of life stays good, then we're not going to put her down. It's when she can't eat anymore at all, or when she seems like she's in pain, that's when we'll really have to take into consideration what's better for her. She's my little drama queen, and I just really love her a lot. And though I would terribly miss her, I want her quality of life to be good. I don't want her to suffer. So if and when that day comes, that's what we'll have to do. But for now, she's okay. I just wanted to kind of make a little video about it. This video was supposed to be about starting your seeds for your spring garden. And she ended up having her little fit. So I thought I'd just make a quick little video about it. Yeah, but vestibular disease, what I understand is that it starts in their deep middle ear, and it just kind of throws off their balance. And there's not really anything they can do for it. But if you go on Google, you can find a lot of really good information about it. I was just really glad that it wasn't seizures, that all it was just this vestibular disease. All right. That's it. All right. Bye.